Welcome back to Carburetors and Coffee, and if you read the thumbnail right, that's right, we're down to one car. And it's kind of sad because the Equinox it's not feasible to fix, and I'm going to show you why. While I'm talking, the frame or the unibody is just not worth fixing. It is just rotted beyond all recognition. In order to fix this, the rear subframe is going to have to come out. The gas tank is going to have to come out. The rear suspension will have to come out. The struts will have to come out. The rear diff, the rear drive shaft will have to come out. The exhaust will have to come out. All this stuff will have to come out and down. Now, the exhaust itself has to be replaced. The probably subframe should be replaced. I wouldn't want to put this subframe back in because that itself is scaly. If you look up in the front of the vehicle itself here, that is all rotted. If I go ahead and fix the rear of the vehicle by welding it, the front of it would have to be welded. Now, the metal is so thin when they start these things out, there's just going to be nothing to weld to. So there's just no point on fixing the rear of this vehicle. I wanted to, but weighing my options with everything that it needs with the exhaust, it needs tires. Now, it needs a windshield. Windshield is cracked. Also, I have a heater core problem. It's not a coolant smell, it's more like a celery smell to it. So that's going on. In order to get the heater core out of this car, the whole dashboard needs to come out. It's just not feasible to fix the car. I really would love to, but unfortunately the inspection is up at the end of this month, and the end of this month is here. Unfortunately, we are down to one car, and this is it. And it's not good. Which brings me to this episode. I'm getting it into the garage because, well, I should get into it and show you why I gotta bring it into the garage. This is not gonna turn into a Kia video. It's just a video to show you kind of what's going on. Hopefully this is gonna be an easy thing. It's just a how you doing video. Oh, if there's any good news, the weather, I think, in good old New York, I think is breaking. It's beautiful out. All right, let's see if I can get you to hear this. Ready? Listen to this when I drive. Can you hear that? Can't hear it now because there's mud caked on the sensors because now it thinks it's backing up all the time, so, or I'm gonna hit something, but all right, let's try it again. All right, so that is a sound with motion. So it could be brakes. I just did the brakes. I think it could be the parking brakes, shoes. So that's why I got to get it in. And the passenger side headlight is working, but it's not. It's like really faded. So the other day, I'm on my way from somewhere, I don't remember where, but it was nighttime, and I noticed it was dim on that side. I get out, and I had no headlight. I did, but I didn't. I'll show you what that's all about. High beam doesn't work also, and it's really odd. I thought it was a ground issue. So I was taking all the back roads, hoping just, please, I don't want to get a ticket. You know, it'd be like a equipment ticket, but still, I don't want to get pulled over and have to deal with that. So thankfully I had a half hour, 35-minute trip home. I didn't get pulled over, thankfully, but you know, I don't want to have to worry about that. So that's what I'm doing, getting it in. I'm gonna get this up in the air, and we're gonna put this in drive. I'm gonna let the wheels turn, and I'm gonna have it up in the air and see what that noise is all about. So let's get it in there. Isn't it nice out there? Oh, I'm all blacked out. All right, hang on. Can you see me? All right, cool. Let me turn that light on over there. My little bodega lights. I don't know if that's what they're called, but anyway. All right, I took the antenna off the back of the Kia. I gotta shut this so that it doesn't get wrecked. Shut this. I'm gonna lift this up. Antenna comes off so you don't squish your antenna. You know, when you lift it, I put it here. Ooh, this goes to the Equinox. The Equinox is still being used for a few more days, you know. We got a little more time left on the inspection, but the wife's not going to be happy because she's probably not getting any radio stations. She's probably like, what the heck? You know what, I better call her and let her know that sorry that she has no radio stations. Let me do that.
Hello?
Honey? Hi. Remember when I had the Equinox in the shop last night? Hi. It's me. It's Billy.
No.
Hi, remember when I had the Equinox in the shop last night? Hi. Well, I forgot something. I forgot to. It's silly. I take the antenna off so when I lift it, it doesn't hit the roof, so I can get as high as I can. I forgot to put the
Genius.
If you're not getting any like radio signals, like radio channels in the Equinox, if they're all fuzzy, it's because I accidentally left the antenna off. So that's probably why you're not getting any radio signals. I'm sorry. All right, well I'll deal with that later. But for now, all right, I got this thing ready to go up in the air so that the biggest thing that I could figure out right now, that I want to figure out, is what that noise is. That's kind of been going on well, it happened last week. And then it got better, and then it didn't, and then I was like, all right, I got to figure out what's going on. So let's get this up in the air. Here it is. I found, without putting the car in motion or anything like that, I found out what's going on. Here it is. So I gotta get some gloves on and manhandle this thing out of here. And I gotta get a new battery for my camera because it's getting ready to die. And that means I have to put the car back down. Isn't that great? I think what I'm gonna have to do is probably take a death wheel maybe and cut this off, but I think maybe I can yank it out. That'd be ideal. I don't want to get all nasty. We'll see. We'll have to see. But for now, I gotta scoot out and get a new battery. Isn't that great? All right, I got some good battery freshness going on. I had to run all the way down to the house to go get some new batteries in this camera. But I think I'm ready to go ahead and see if I can
grab life by the lips and yank
this heat shield out of here just by hand. If I can't, I'm gonna have to take the death wheel and cut it off out of there, so let's try it. Oh, I need another glove. What am I doing? Where is it? Let's find it. I found it. It was on the floor. Ready? Let's do this. Safety glasses, check. Not gonna budge, check. I wonder if I could just put it back up. Oh, I could screw it into this thing. I could take some screws and screw it into this thing, I think.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What do you think?
That wouldn't be good.
Oh, I can go around this thing. What do you think? I can go around this thing?
It's just a lot of work cutting this off.
I don't want to. Maybe I can use glue?
I don't want to do this. I'll tell you what, this subframe needs to be done.
I have to cut it.
You see what's been rubbing on the drive shaft.
I'm gonna try some tin snips or aviation snips. Let's try that first.
If I can get this started.
Maybe I can get a pry bar in there. I'm gonna have to cut it.
Gonna have to cut it.
I don't want to cut into the tank with a death wheel and have sparks and then the fire department have to come. I think it's gonna have to be done. That's it. I've had enough. I'm going in. I'm going in to get coffee, and when I come back out, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Well, I'm gonna do it, but first I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I got all blue in here. Yep. And I had this out. My little air saw. And I had all my other air tools out. I can't get to it without taking the exhaust off and the drive shaft off. And I ain't doing that. So, let me show you what I did. Let's get underneath here. See this? I took my little air buzzer saw and went... Oh, my finger got caught on that. Let me start over. And I stopped right here at this little machined part where it's a little stronger. And I am gonna hook a chain in here. You betcha. See, I could get all the way up to here, and I can get all the way up to there, but then I couldn't get around. I couldn't get around in there. So, and you can see where this was rubbing on the drive shaft. Anyway, I'm gonna hook my chain in there, and I'm gonna take old blue, and I'm gonna yank backward, and just see what happens, and hope that this holds up. I'm gonna say that this is gonna give way before this gives way with chainage. All right, but first we're going in. We're getting coffee because we need it. You need it. I need it. We need coffee. Let's go get it right now. All right, you know what it's time for. Coffee talk. All right, got my coffee. I was on my way down to the house, and it's so nice out. I figured, oh, I'll take a little hill that goes to my house, and that was a mistake. Whew. Threw my back out. You know, I stay energetic during these videos, but when the camera's off, I go in and I curl up like a potato bug and I cry on the floor. It's good, it's nice and hot. Oh, chock full of nuts this time. I switched it up. I think I still do like the Maxwell House 100% pure Colombian roast medium. Still better, but this is really good. This is a close second. This is the New York roast. Good stuff. I like it. Coffee's good. I wonder who thought of that. Anyway, it's really nice out. I'm gonna get my GoPro set up so that we can see complete yankage. I just made that word up. These are my welding gloves. I shouldn't be using these for like everyday use. Oh, anybody want to sponsor me? Gloves? Feel free. I'm gonna get under here, load up the GoPro. Alright, we're letting Old Blue warm up. She's a little cold-blooded. But while we do, we're gonna drink some coffee and we're gonna talk about this situation. Let's take a look. Here's what could happen. Old Blue is so powerful that it could just rip the Kia just right out here into the driveway. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's see what happens. It felt squishy. Let's see what's going on. It's just tearing it. It ain't pulling it out. It's tearing it. Yeah, great. Okay. That's great. All right, I'll get back to you. I did it. It's all off. Taking a break. I deserve it. Because that was hard. I had to get like more forward to the steering mechanism of the car. That would be like the front wheels. The front of the car. I had to get like more forward so that I can get like to like deeper part. Anyway, it's off. You don't need to know the logistics of underneath the car. It's off and it was not fun. I kind of made it worse with that whole contraption. Old Blue made it worse. Let me show you what I had to do. It looks great underneath there. I don't know why they run them heat shields in the first place. All right, here we go. And as you can see, this is where I was cutting it, but I had to go all the way up into here. And there is a fuel line right there, I believe. I think that's a fuel line. Or no, you know what that is? That is e-brake cable. Nonetheless, I was very nervous about getting my little cutting saw in there. But as you can see, it was not easy. It was hard to get in here and cut it, and I was pretty messy. It is no longer a nuisance, and I made sure that I bashed some of it out of the way so it wouldn't hit this. And this is gonna have to be replaced. I know that that converter is leaking. One up near the manifold is leaking. So this old girl's gonna need some work too this summer. And if you look right here, there. So this whole subframe, this needs to come down and out. But it looks like, I don't know if the rear diff needs to come down. So I might as well do this whole thing while it's down and out. I'm just down and out. All right, I'm gonna pop the hood and I'm gonna show you this. Popping hood. Where's the key? Okay, did you see that? I got it figured out. It's a short between the connection to the headlight and the car itself. So I just gotta get that pulled apart. I'm having a bear of a time getting that apart. I took my meter and I swapped bulbs, and it was the same problem over here. I took my meter and it was odd. It was getting like 12 volts, but it was kept spiking and everything. And it just wasn't enough amperage. It was getting voltage, but not enough amperage. So yeah, and I was messing with that. Then I started filming, turned it on, thought, hey, oh, it was working. Hit the high beam and I noticed it shut off. You saw it too. Started fiddling with that connection, and that's what the problem is. So I'm gonna get that apart. I don't have any dielectric grease, I know that, but I can at least spray some WD-40 in there, get it cleaned up, and then cinch it back together. The problem is it's like really hard to get in there because some of the AC lines are in the way, but that's what I gotta do. So I was looking over the pigtail on the car side, and it seems like the black, which is power, it's just melted. I don't know what it is with, I just have bad luck with melted wires, but it just seems to have some melted wire on it. So anyway, I took a little flathead screwdriver and scraped the melted plastic off. I did spray some WD-40 in there, and the reason why I had to take the headlight out is because this right here, this guy, when I was pulling this out, sucked it right out. That's part of the headlight, and then I couldn't get it back in, so had to take the headlight out to get that back in. Now that it is back in, I can go ahead and put this in, which is, you know, actually not a bad thing, because I wouldn't have found that corrosion, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see, this has got to turn this way. Not corrosion, it was melted. I just hope that this slides on good enough, and then it'll stay. It's fixed. There, that's all done. I spent way too much time out here. Way longer than I wanted to be. But at least it was nice out, you know? Kind of tidied up out here a little bit. Got some things done. That needed to be done. It was really bugging me about the headlight thing. Gotta close this door. And I appreciate you hanging out with me on this one. It's a sad day. It's nice out, but there's the old Equinox. Like I said, it's sad that it's seen its last winter, and it's gonna be parked really soon. We're down to one car, and I just ask that you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Just all you gotta do is say hi. That's all. Just say hello. It helps out the channel. What's that you say? You have no money for a subscription? Well, it doesn't matter. It's free. That's the cool thing about YouTube. It's free. You don't need to have any money to subscribe. So let me, I'm gonna hit this, I'm gonna turn this off. I gotta grab my coffee. Gotta bring that in. Throw it in the microwave. Been living off some microwaved coffee lately. And like I said, let's get this backed out of here. Oh, and it should be quiet too. Oh, it's beeping properly too. Hear that? I didn't clean that either. Oh, it's nice and quiet. Good. Beauty. We'll get the four-wheeler, which is old blue, pulled back in, and we will see you on the next one, whatever it may be. We're gonna start getting out. I think it's gonna be a will it start video, whether it be the van, whether it be the Dakota. We'll see. You just never know. Maybe it won't be. But thanks anyway for sticking around on this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.